Welcome to the stage, Dr. Mark Harlow. Dr. Mark Lewis Harlow is a respected orthopedic surgeon and transformational leader whose life's work bridges medicine, service, and community empowerment. After moving to Rapid City in 1992 and building a successful surgical practice, a life-threatening illness led him to reimagine his role in healthcare. He went on to serve underserved populations across South Dakota, most notably as Chief Medical Officer of the Oyate Health Center, improving healthcare delivery for Native American communities. His service extends beyond medicine. Dr. Harlow is a co-founder of the Rapid City Flame Special Olympics team and has also endowed a scholarship for Native American students pursuing healthcare careers. Known for his humility and belief in collective action, Dr. Harlow's legacy is one of compassion, leadership, and giving back to the place he proudly calls home.
It has been 34 years since we set our way west. In the summer of '91, I had just finished 9 years of medical training in Wisconsin, and my wife and I and our 4 children at that time, aged 3, 5, 7, and 9, were headed to the University of Utah for a 10th year of specialty training in joint replacement surgery. And so like the Beverly Hillbillies before us, we loaded up the truck and headed west. I was driving the U-Haul truck, and my wife was driving our 15-year-old Pontiac Catalina, which many of you remember was about the size of a pontoon boat. And off we went to Utah. Rapid City is almost exactly halfway between Milwaukee and Salt Lake City. We stopped and visited some friends on our way. And during our time there, we saw a lot of things we really liked. But we were settled with our plan to return to Wisconsin, so I would be the head of the joint replacement program there. But there was something about Rapid City that really captured our attention, and we had many long conversations about where our future would take us. We made the decision to come to Rapid City based on what we felt was best for all 6 of us, not just what was best for my medical career. And that's a decision that we've been forever grateful for. The day we arrived, our moving van was in the driveway, and our new neighbor stopped down to say hello. And within 10 minutes, we realized that we had attended the same college, 20 years apart, both played on the football team, and his college roommate was my favorite orthopedic professor in Wisconsin. I remember thinking in that moment, and still do today, that we were exactly where we're supposed to be. That neighbor was the great Wayne Gustafson. And over the years, I cared for 4 generations of his family, as it should be for a simple country doctor, which is what I always considered myself to be. So we settled ourselves into our new community and got on with the business of raising our family and building my practice. And for many years, things were going along nicely until they weren't. One Sunday evening, I was sitting at my desk and reading a book, and the next thing I knew, I had fallen onto the floor and was on my way to the emergency room. It turns out I was afflicted with the family curse, the disease that took my mother's life in her 30s, her sister's life in her 20s, and Uncle Nick in his 40s. So, to make this part of the story short, I will simply say that the next few years were full of hospital stays, surgeries, complications, and setbacks, and then I was ready to start again. But at that time, the hospital required that orthopedic surgeons be on call in order to have privileges, and that was no longer an option for me. So we had a decision to either leave Rapid City or to reinvent myself. When things don't go the way you hope they do, you can either be bitter or you can be better. I chose better. I often tell my medical students that when we are working with others and helping others, we find the best version of ourselves. It's true in our families, it's true in our friendships, it's true in our professional lives, and it's true in the worthy causes that we choose to support. So I asked, where can I do the most good and where's the greatest need? And the answer to that was at the Pine Ridge Hospital, and I worked with the fine people there for 5 years, which led to the friendships and relationships that opened the door to the opportunity at the Oyate Health Center, where I'm about to begin my 7th year. There I'm working with the excellent and exceptional leadership group of Geraldine Church, Patty Eaglebull, Sonny Colomb, and Ricky Shad, and we have now grown to where we are seeing nearly 500 patients a day across multiple service lines. Thank you. This is just one of the many exceptional teams that I've been able to be a part of over the years. And in fact, I believe it's accurate to say that the reason I have the privilege of standing before you this evening is because of the great teams that I've been a part of. This is the unifying theme of all the things that I've achieved or accomplished, and I will say with all honesty and all humility that nothing that I have done alone. I've had the privilege of working with men and women of great integrity, great accomplishment, and with great hearts for service to others. The Cornerstone Rescue Mission would not be able to touch hundreds of lives each day if not for the generosity of Hanny and Barb Shaffey, Rob and Debbie Mudge, and the tireless efforts of Lisa Allison. The Special Olympics Flame Organization would not have grown from fewer than 20 athletes to now nearly 250 if not for the great work of Jim and Monica Burgess, Jack and Lori Linus, Rod and Carol Woodruff, and others. I could go on and on about the great many people that I've had the privilege of working with, and I'm afraid I would keep you here well past my time. So I will conclude by thanking the people who may be last on my list, but who are first in my heart, and that would, of course, be my beloved family. My wife of 44 years, who has been with me for every step of this journey, who was always there for our family, for the many, many times I was called away in the middle of the night or away from a family event to care for someone else's family. Our beloved children, Danny, Katie, Greg, and Bethany. I'm immensely proud of the people that they have become. And our grandchildren, Reese, Leighton, Livy, and Rafa, and I'm immensely proud of the people that they are becoming. Could I please ask my family to stand? They are the loves of my life, and the reason I'm here, because of you. If I had to summarize our nearly 3.5 decades that we've been in Rapid City, I would do so with one word. That word is grateful. We're so grateful that our life's journey brought us to this wonderful place, grateful for the friendships, grateful for the opportunities, and just grateful for this big, beautiful, small town of a state that we all share and call home. Thank you.